Can you explain to us exactly what is wrong with the ship and what it's going to be?
Oh, right, sorry, I forgot to mention, I said that I'm going to mention. All right. To have clear situation, ship is in on voyage since 2008 and it's constantly into operation. Recently, during last cruise, we received some important alarm. I mentioned that we are producing the power with engines, but we don't have main engine who is actually helping us with propulsion. So we have propulsion electric motor, two of them, in order to push us. At the moment, we are struggling with port side propulsion. I'm not engineer, but they were mentioning that there is an issue with the stator of the electrical motor. So it's still active, but it's limited to some point. So we cannot use 100% of that port shaft. So basically, if we have two propellers, one is 100% operative, another one is limited to some percentage, which I cannot tell because I'm not an engineer and I'm not familiar with that. So that's the reason why we are at the moment using 4+1. So we are creating more power in order to reduce the load to that shaft. So now we are flying, let's say, even though it's rough weather outside, we are flying. In order around 1600 to 1700, we're gonna reduce the speed. At the end, we're gonna stop, and they're gonna do some important maintenance on that port side shaft. And most probably they're not gonna fix it today, but they were mentioning that they're gonna start some maintenance, some repair on that propulsion. So that's information what I know. How long it's going to take, nobody knows. Last cruise in Victoria, there was coming service team on board, and also in San Francisco. So our engineers, they have knowledge to fix, but some things they need specialists for some equipment. It's same for this thing. So that's the thing, that we have problem with the port propulsion when stator is not 100% operative. So I don't know if I explained it with technical words, but that's the information that I have.
Okay.
Yes, how far on a clear day is the horizon in the open ocean? How far can you see? How many miles?
Up to 20, 22, depends on the time of the day, of course. During the evening, when there are no clouds, we can see a little bit better, but we cannot see the ship shape. We can see the lights. We can see the navigational lights. During the daytime, it's less. It's slightly less, but it's still 15 to 18, let's say, miles. If it's really sunny day, like a perfectly sun, to start to cry about how beautiful it is, we can also see, let's say, up to 20.
Hello.
Hello.
When they turn off the engines today, do we expect that we're going to drift a while with the weather way it is?
Yes, we're gonna drift, but we are in the open waters. So yes, I mentioned the stabilizer before. Once when we are slowing down, there is no flow on the stabilizers, and if we want or if we don't want to house them, they're gonna house anyway because there's the system. So they're gonna house. We will point our bow towards the wind and towards the waves to reduce the rolling motion. So we're gonna have that pitching effect and eventually rolling because rough weather is obviously outside. But we will start to reduce the speed, RPMs, and eventually stop propulsion, but we will still go for some time. How long is going to take for engineers to do the repair, to start to do the things what they have to do? It's going to take some time, but when we reach the speed 0, obviously we're gonna drift for some time, but everything is water around us. We have more than 1,500 meters below the keel, so we can consider them as a safe.
Another question here, Gordon?
Yeah.
When it's foggy outside, I'm hearing the horn blow. What is that? You seeing other ships around?
We don't see other ships around, but for that reason, when we are, our regulation says two ships stopping distances, which is for this ship 2.2 nautical miles. If visibility is less than that, we should declare yellow manning and we should declare restricted visibility, and we have to start the ship's whistle one long blast no longer than 120 seconds. So every 2 minutes we have one prolonged blast. So we increase the manning level, you hear the horn. Sometimes even if we are not in the restricted visibility, but close to us we can see, how to say, the bank of the fog. That can also mean that there is another ship in restricted visibility, and anyway we have to start the ship's whistle in order that they can hear us as well, and we can hear them, of course.
How far off the coast have we been traveling?
How far, sorry?
How far off the coast have we been traveling?
Right now?
Yeah.
Approximately at noon time we left Vancouver Island, 120 miles. Now we are getting a little bit closer, if I remember good the chart, but it's still around 100 miles away on our starboard side, right hand side. We don't have time anymore, 2 questions and we are running over.
Hello, thank you for all these questions. So do you have a driving lane? So one drive one side and the other go the other side, like a car driving?
So when you are in open waters, you can go wherever you want, if it's safe to go, that you don't go over shallow water, of course. Some places which are more expected dense traffic, let's say San Francisco, we have traffic separation scheme, TSS. So basically it's driving lane, but that's at the final stage when we are approaching to the San Francisco. So we are following right hand side lane, inbound, outbound, they are also following the right lane, so that we don't mix between each other. For the open seas, we are following one unwritten rule, go with the flow. So that if you have a couple of ships in front of yourself, you are following them. You are not mixing with head-on situation with ships from the opposite side.
Okay, last question for you, Marco.
Yes, please.
How do you monitor the below the water, nothing dangerous or anything like close to Alaska, as you mentioned yesterday, there will be different kind of ice. So how you cover those areas?
So there are the charts which are areas which are surveyed. Some of them are surveyed 100% into details, that you actually see every centimeter what's the depth of the chart datum. Some areas they have less, but Alaska overall is well surveyed. And for us, we have Ecosounder, which is down there below the keel. So it's measuring the distance between the ground and between the ship hull. Obviously, when we are in more deeper waters, there is no signal anymore. It cannot detect 1,000 meters below. But let's say up to 200, it's really precise. 200 meters below the keel, it's really, really precise with Ecosounder. So we don't have sonar that is monitoring in front of us. We just have Ecosounder, which is telling us, okay, over here, below you, depth is like this. And of course, you are monitoring if you see that it's getting that is less and less. Of course, it's time to raise the alarm and question your actions. Yeah, so I hope that I answer your question. Unfortunately, we are running out of time, and I would like to say thank you for coming over here and listening what we have to say. I wish you a good, nice cruise, and we will try to do as much as we can to provide you safe voyage, at least us from the bridge. For the restaurant operations, they have to do their job. Thank you for coming and have a good day.